And we're back.
We are.
So
Chaos
today,
has been
what?
calmed. The chaos has been calmed.
The chaos has been slightly calmed. But we're gonna bring it back up again.
Yeah.
Because I thought that I had told Candy about this weird dream my sister had, which is a perfect segue into what we're going to talk about a little bit later, which is artificial intelligence artwork, which is fantastic. And I've printed examples to show.
Can't wait to see.
Exhibits A through like F. So we'll start it off with weird dreams that my sister has. And it begins with, she has this crazy dream about her and her husband are like walking around the neighborhood, and they see this neighbor, and she does not recognize this guy, but she knows that he's her neighbor. And so he invites her and her husband back to his place to look at something. And so they go back, and she's sitting there, and she sees this like ottoman, it looks like, but it's like a 2x4 frame with wheels.
This is in her dream.
This is in her dream. It's this like weird looking ottoman with like wheels on the bottom of this 2x4 frame.
Okay.
And then it's like covered in hair on top. And she's like
animal hair?
Yeah.
People hair?
Like
Okay.
animal hair, like longish animal hair. And she's looking at it like, what the hell? And so she realizes all of a sudden that it's a dog.
Right.
And it's in some sort of like DIY wheelie thing.
Like a wagon thing contraption?
Yeah. And so she's sitting there and she's looking at it, and her husband's gone now, and now her 2 kids are there. And this thing is like wheeling around, and every time it breathes like a pug. So its face looks like a pug. Yeah, so it's like doing that, right? And she's just like, oh my god, like this thing sounds like it's dying, and it's got all of 8 teeth in its face. And she's sitting there, she's like, oh my god, and it like wheels in, and it's like the whole time, right? And she turns around and looks at her kids, because all of a sudden they're like about to lose it looking at this dog, and it's got like the little bow with the hair piece sticking up.
Oh my goodness.
And so yeah, she's sitting there and she turns around and looks at them, and she goes, be nice. And all of a sudden the dog goes and is smiling from like ear to ear, and it goes, nice.
Oh my god. So when I said nice earlier, that's what you heard, was me going, nice.
But you gotta do it like, nice.
I can't I can't make that sound that you made.
Oh my god. And I was talking to my sister, and before she told me about this dream, you know, my usual response to let her know that I'm still listening on the phone is to say, oh, nice. You know, so I keep saying nice, and every time I say it, her and my niece are dying and going, nice. And I'm like, okay, that's funny, ha ha ha. Yeah.
Like, what am I missing here?
Yeah, my sister's like, well, it's like my dream, and I'm like, what dream? And she tells me the whole dream, and I lost it. I was like, oh my god, that might be the funniest thing I've heard in a very long time. Mm-hmm. And that was the image that I texted you, with the little wheelie cart with the dog hair, and then this tiny little dog head in the middle of it all going, nice.
Now I get it.
Now it all ties together.
Yeah, because you sent it to me and I was like, okay, this is all right.
I thought I'd
tell you
the story, or I figured I'd tell you the story, like, you know, because it would be like a teaser, like, hey, this is really funny as a visual aid to go along with this dream. Because my sister drew it after she woke up, because
now that's really funny.
Yeah, because she woke herself up laughing. Like, she was hysterical laughing, and she woke up. And my brother-in-law's like, what the hell is your problem? And she's just, I mean, she's crying, she's laughing so hard, and she tells him the dream, and he starts losing it. They start laughing so hard they're waking the kids up. Kids come in, they're like, what's so funny?
That's so funny.
So now it's like this running joke.
And now everyone can share it with us.
And now everyone can share.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Melinda.
Yep. We love the wenchling. Uh, which is a perfect segue. Dream imagery, images from dreams, and artificial intelligence created artwork.
Which I think look like fever dream artwork. They're amazing.
They remind me of like a more composed Rorschach test.
Okay.
So for example, there's this one, which the prompt was the house in the circle in the square. So I'm actually using this as the cover.
You should. So
Yeah.
what you do is you have this AI and you type into it a prompt of some
Yes.
sort, and it just you don't tell it what colors or anything, it just generates.
Right. And it's got
Okay.
all different kinds of filters to use, or you could just go with none and see what happens.
What's it called?
Wombo? Let me see quick. Yeah, Wombo Dream. WOMBO Dream.
Now show us some more.
Yes, so this one was Nemesis and Lamaya. And so one thing I have discovered with artificial intelligence created art is they can't get faces right. And in fact, the faces look horrifying. So there's a face.
It's like a face drawn by someone who knows what a description of a face is, but has never actually seen one before.
Exactly.
Or really bad, like Photoshop.
It's crazy.
It's a face.
The prompt here was Nemesis and Lamaya.
I love it.
You know, I think it actually kind of covers it really well. Like,
yeah.
It's like right. It's like.
And you know what though? When he like hulks out or whatever and gets all upset, I bet you that's how he would look.
Totally. Absolutely. This one was kind of cool.
That one's very cool. I love that one.
Yeah, this one might be Lamaya, or it might be Nemesis and Lamaya. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the prompt was for this one, and I cropped it out, but I love it. And then there's like stuff that looks like, you know, regular stuff. Like this looks like it could be a forest somewhere, but then you start looking like back here. Garden. Yeah, like if you look at the rocks and stuff, then you can start seeing like weird stuff that it's like, wait a second, that's off. So that's why I love this stuff, because it's like you look at it at first glance and it's like, oh yeah, totally. And then you look closer and you're like, wait a second, it's off. It's that uncanny valley.
Not quite right.
Yeah, it's the uncanny valley in the artwork. This one, this was interesting. I typed in my name.
Oh.
And this is what it came up with.
Okay, John Glass.
No, I typed in Suzanne Madrid.
Okay.
So I didn't type in James Glass. So
no, John Glass.
John Glass.
Because it's not quite right.
It's not quite right.
Not quite right. It's almost there.
This is interesting, and this there's a series of these guys. So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go with this one first before I go to the next one. So this one was really cool. This was another Nemesis and Lamaya one.
That's beautiful.
Right? But it's like, again, it's off.
The colors though are amazing. I'm really drawn to those colors.
Oh, the colors are fantastic.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they're neat.
I'm looking for this app now.
Oh my God, you're gonna fall down the rabbit hole, like completely down the rabbit hole. And then for some reason I have duplicates. So there is, yeah, that's a duplicate too. Okay. So I typed in Metatron stuff.
Ooh.
And I also typed in like angels and stuff like that. What's interesting is the same symbol kept coming up.
That's like a almost Merkaba.
Right? And then
or Metatron's Q.
Yeah.
Almost.
So like every time I typed in anything with angels and stuff or Metatron, these symbols, like a very similar symbol kept popping up.
Interesting.
I thought
that looks like D&D dice.
Right? They look like my elder dice. But this one was the murdered Metatron,
Okay.
which was cool.
I-
And then Metatron Mysteries was these two. And Angels. This one this one is even more interesting because it was not Metatron. This one I typed in the 13.
Look. Okay, wait. Do you remember the dream I had about Glastonbury tour, and you were running up the hill in a red dress?
No. But it sounds fantastic. Tell me all about it.
Well, that was the dream,
Oh,
but get that
just,
picture back of the 13.
what did I do?
It was a long, flowy red dress, like in the almost like a Renaissance style, but less cumbersome. And there's a woman in a red dress on that, I swear.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's amazing.
It's pretty wild. And some of the styles, like the one style that I really like a lot is one called Psychic. And I'm just like, wow. So like I type my name in, and the initial, like, because it kind of goes through like sweeps where it's creating its art. And the initial sweep, like when it first starts up, I was like, whoa, that actually looks like me. Like, holy crap, this thing's going to make something that looks like me. And then all of a sudden it turns into something that Salvador Dali spit on. I'm just like, whoa, this is craziness. But
That's amazing.
But yeah, like I really dig the artwork because it's a Rorschach test.
Okay, I got it. So I'm going to try it now.
Okay, you go try that. It is pretty interesting because if I type in Suzanne, it gives me like serious stuff. And if I type in Suzi, it gives me boobs. Or things that look like boobs. They're not quite boobs. They're like a computer's rendition of boobs.
All right, let's see. It's creating.
Which filter did you pick? And what prompt did you use?
I wrote fairy.
Ooh.
And I don't remember what. When I think I picked psychic.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's really
impressive.
cool. It is super cool. My favorite that I didn't print out yet is I did another Suzanne Madron one where it looks like an entire city made of books.
Ooh.
And it looks so cool. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And then there's like a person sitting on like steps made of books. So it looks almost like an Italian village street, like
Right.
built into the cliffs. And then, but it's all books. It's all made out of books with windows and stuff like that in it. And then there's this person sitting on the steps going up the street. So I was like, that's so neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, I posted a ton of pictures on my Facebook profile when I was playing.
I saw them.
Yeah,
I just haven't had a chance to react to everything.
Yeah. There, oh my God, I just like went crazy with it. I was like, okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah, you sent me a couple too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm enamored with the app, and I will.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I will most likely make the House in the Circle in the Square with that book. It's such a cool cover. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's neat. And it's absolutely spot on. It's this impressionist painting of this title, and it's fantastic. And you know, what better than to have some sort of artificial intelligence thing create it?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I have an artificial intelligence sort of assistant on my Paint Shop Pro.
Nice.
That I use when I do my digital artwork, and it does some interesting things.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're getting way better. There is a new plugin in Adobe Photoshop, I think, or Image Ready, where it resamples the image. So you can have like a thumbnail of an image and it will reconstruct the image so you can actually get it bigger.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and instead of doing like square pixels, it's doing dots. So I was like, oh, that's neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, considering I don't have the negatives from my photos that I took of the New York skyline pre 2001. I just have like thumbnails that I posted.
Mhm.
And so I would love, and I mean they were like, you know, about that big, but I would love to get like full-size images of those again.
That would be outstanding.
Yeah, because the one picture I took on a boat in the middle of the
Mhm.
Hudson of the World Trade Center.
Mhm.
So I'd love to get that one back. And I'd love to get, like, I mean, when I lived in Jersey City, I went down to Exchange Place at sunrise on January 1st, 2001, and took a picture of the sun rising over Manhattan,
Very
which
nice.
was beautiful. And my camera shutter froze open. It was so cold. The Hudson had
Oh,
actually,
wow.
yeah, the Hudson, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful mirror effect because the Hudson is frozen and it's just got that like ice sheet on it.
Mhm.
So the trade towers are reflecting in it, and you know, I'm sitting there taking the photo, and I had to prop like onto one of the tree boxes in Exchange Place because it was so cold, and then I had to like wrap my jacket around my camera to keep it from freezing.
Wow.
It was cold.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, I got those photos and they're fantastic. And then a friend of mine was doing Tai Chi on one of the tree boxes. So I got a picture of him with his arms out like this to the
All
sun.
spread out.
Yep. And then sunrise is coming up like, and he's facing it. So
Mhm.
yeah, all those
Nice.
photos came out really good.
That's great.
Yeah. But I don't even have the original photos anymore. My,
No?
no, my ex kept them,
Oh,
kept it all.
nice of him.
Yeah. We got most of my stuff back. So that was good.
That's yeah, that is good.
Because I almost didn't get my computer back, which had all of my stuff on it. Yeah, I would have been upset.
I don't understand why people think that they can just do that just because their relationship is ending. Just keep each other's stuff for spite. I
Yeah,
don't get it. I will never understand it.
he did keep all of my limited edition imported CDs, which now I mean it doesn't matter anymore because iTunes has all of it, but
Mhm.
still I had autographed stuff too that was nice. Like I had a $5 bill autographed by all the members of Funk or Vote. And
Nice.
and I was just like, and it was a limited edition promo digipack CD.
Mhm.
So I had that with the $5 bill in it. Kept that. I had the box set of Sisters of Mercy, Some Girls Wander by Mistake. Kept that. Um, what else did he kept like a ton of weird stuff. He tried to keep my flute, even though it had my name on it. And he tried to tell my
And do
dad
what with it?
he played flute. And they're expensive, so he was just gonna keep it. Yeah. Kept my cat.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, he was something special.
He's an
Karma,
ex for a reason.
well, yeah, and Karma smacked him square in the face, so that was kind of cool. And then he called me like, "Stop, take the curse off me." And I'm like, "I didn't put a curse on you, man. Karma
You
did that
cursed
to you."
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, like you done messed up.
Takes time, but it happens.
Oh, it was pretty quick, repeatedly quick. So yeah, he honestly believed that I had cursed him somehow, and I was like, "Oh no, no, I had nothing to do with that."
Yeah.
I was like, "I just
Not
wanted to
worth
get as
my
far."
effort.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to get as far away from you as possible and forget
Mhm.
you ever existed. And you know, every once in a while he pops back up and tells me how his life is horrible and blah blah blah. And I'm like, and
Sucks to suck.
I was like, that's a shame. Like, yeah, like when he was telling me the one thing that happened to him, it was basically the woman he was living with had taken all of his stuff and just like threw it out. So all my stuff was probably thrown out with that too. But
Mm.
but yeah, she basically did the same thing to him that he had done to me. like exactly, except in like another country. And well, some would argue Florida is another country, but
Yeah.
yeah, the same thing happened to him, and he called me like, crying about it, and I'm like, huh, that sounds so familiar.
Hmm.
It's like, who
That
do
sucks.
I know that's gone through all of this? Oh yeah, it's me. I was like, except that I actually didn't deserve it at all. So yeah,
Yeah.
weird, surreal things. Florida was a surreal time. Um, AI art is surreal as hell.
Yeah. And impressive.
It is, and
Florida's not necessarily impressive.
huh? Oh god,
Florida's not necessarily
no,
impressive.
no, Florida's like a vortex. It's weird.
It is weird.
It's like I liked Coral Castle. That was fun. I
Mhm.
liked South Beach and Fort Lauderdale. The rest of it I really could have, gone without ever visiting, ever, or living there.
Yeah.
I did not get along with it. And it didn't get along with me either.
We're glad you're back up here.
I'm glad to be back up here. The change in seasons is fantastic. Um, Plus, there's mountains.
Yes.
I miss the
Beautiful
mountains.
mountains. I
Yeah.
want to stop. Speaking of the mountains, every time I drive to your house, I want to stop on the way where the cliffs are all exposed and just see what I find. Because I bet you
There's
there's some nice granite,
there's tons of granite. If you want
some
granite,
limonite.
I can literally bring you around here to the granite.
Well, granite, quartz, limonite, all those nice.
It's all here. We've got quarries. Yeah, it's bizarre how many. I was watching a YouTube video today, Amazing
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, where the guy was kind of spelunking into old coal mines up in Nanacoke, and he found calcite in the mines, just laying on the floor because they were going
Cave
for coal.
calcite?
Huh?
Cave calcite?
I have no idea. It looked it was hard to tell with the coloring of it,
Mhm.
but it looked a little yellowy orange, and the specimens that I've seen, what are you? Uh-oh. I guess we'll cut that short for another
Finish.
day.
Yeah, finish your thought another time. We'll talk about
Um,
rocks another day.
yeah, I mean it's just calcite in general because
Oh,
we've
okay.
got quarries and it's part of the quarry system. But they're not looking for calcite; they're looking for shale and
So what do
granite.
they do with it?
Just leave it there. Yeah, it's like in a pile in the bottom of the
You can
mine.
just go pick it up?
Yeah, I mean,
Is it
granted, you have to
legal to
climb
go
into a
pick it
mine,
up?
huh?
Is it legal to go pick it up?
Define legal.
Will you go to jail if you get caught?
No, no,
Will
the
you get a
mines are abandoned.
ticket? Oh, okay.
The mines are abandoned, and
Are you trespassing if you go in?
I don't know. I think there's a
Hmm.
lot of hiking trails and stuff, so
We're
it
gonna have
gets
to
kind
check
of
that
gray
out.
area. Yeah,
We're gonna have to check that out.
but there's a lot of just quartz and stuff laying around. Plus, there's a lake up here that has limonite in it, just laying there, like limonite.
Ammonite is my current favorite.
Yeah, I've got like a collection of it now for some reason. Like
Mhm.
people keep giving it to me. Like this.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's from D, right?
No,
No?
this is from a security guard at the school,
Oh,
and
okay.
he has these in his backyard all over the place.
I'll take 5. Can you, I could make such a nice, lovely grid with those.
Yeah. So there is a lake not far from here where D found all of his. I've also found these in matrices down in
Matrices,
Maryland
yeah.
on the nature
Okay.
trail by where I work. So
Nice.
yeah, but they're still in the matrix.
Okay.
But your laptop battery is dying.
It is dying,
We have
so we have
discussed
to
all the
wrap
things
it up.
we set out to discuss. We will pick this up
Yes.
momentarily.
Yes.
Hey,
Bye.
everybody.